So, all set for part 2? GED 101. So what's on the exam? Start with the end in mind. You're not going to be taking it tomorrow, but when you are, let's get you prepared for it. There are 4 content areas on the exam: reasoning through language arts, math, science, and social studies. The science and social studies compose the reading component of the GED exam. On the reasoning through language arts, there are 3 sections with a break in between. They're all different components and timed separately. We encourage you to take part of the exams at once. So you don't have to take all 4 modules at once. You can go take 1 a day, 2. We encourage you to take at least 2, but you don't have to take all of them at once. There are 7 different question forms on the exam. Let me show you what I mean. There's multiple choice, drop down, fill in the boxed instructions on the left. So you'll have to read a passage and then you type the answer, essay format. There's fill in the blank that you'll just have to give one answer, hotspot where you select what you want to select, or drag and drop. Let me show you a little bit more about this. Type in on a separate page gedsos.weebly.com or write it down, gedsos.weebly.com right here. gedsos.weebly.com. When you go to this page, you're going to see a little resource to help you complete the GED successfully. If you're not comfortable with technology, there is a tab for mouse, keyboard, to help you with the technology that you're going to need in order to complete the GED exam, because it's all online. But take a look under the navigation tab. If you select navigation lessons on this gedsos.weebly.com page, select navigation, and it'll take you through different areas on the GED exam that you're going to see. Okay, it's really important to get comfortable with the exam before you go and take it. For example, there's a YouTube video here for the calculator introduction, calculator demonstration, but also for something like the AE symbol tools. So when you have to do any expressions with the math or need any symbols to write an equation for your answer, they're all right here. Okay. Some other things I want to show you is if you click on this lesson, it's going to show you this. It's going to bring you to the GED lesson page. And there's arrows on this page that show you what to do next. So when you go into the exam, it's going to look just like this. So you're going to click Next, and it'll show you the different parts of the GED exam. But I want to bring your attention to is, as you scroll through, you're going to see that in some locations where you have to read, you're going to have to page through each of the pages. On the top, you'll see the tab that you're going to have to page through. Sometimes you're going to have to scroll down or scroll over. But if you go through each of these segments of this lesson, it'll show you all the components of how to navigate around the GED exam. One part that's very important, you're going to have to know how to copy and paste. Well, now most of you probably know how to copy and paste, right? Well, not so much on the GED exam. It's not the normal functionality of your keyboard or your mouse. So you're going to actually have to use the tools and resources that you see within the GED exam. For example, if I were to type in this sentence, okay, and highlight it, I can copy it, and then I can paste it by selecting the tools. But I can't do that any other way. I have to use those tools. Okay? So, remember, your gedsos.weebly.com has resources to help you with technology and to navigate around the GED exam. Some common questions we get asked on the GED exam. How long will it take you to get your GED? Well, it's different for everyone. What I can tell you is research has shown that those who attend are more likely to complete. So if you continue showing up for class, more than likely you're going to complete quicker than anyone else. How often can you take your GED exam? Well, the system will have 3 forms of the test. The students do not need to take the same form twice. You have to wait 60 days between exams. So you want to make sure that you're prepared for it before you take your exam. How much does the GED practice exam cost? Well, when you're in our classroom, it doesn't cost anything when you're at the GED level. And when you take the TABE assessment, that means 9th and above on that level. Okay, so when you're in our GED classroom, it doesn't cost you anything for a practice test. Ask your instructor. Online, it's about $6, I think, through Pearson. How much does the GED exam cost you? Well, for each of the modules, and remember there's 4, it's $32 a piece. So you want to make sure you're prepared beforehand, because even though it might cost you $30 per term for our courses to prepare you for the GED exam, each time you pay for one of those modules, it's $32 a piece. Add that up 4 times. If you don't do well on it, if you don't pass, you're going to have to take it again. So think of your investment. You want to invest yourself wisely into your studies and be prepared for it before you go to take it. You can take the actual test at the Fort Pierce main campus, Indian River State College's Fort Pierce main campus, at the Assessment Center. It's on the corner there, in the W building. What do you bring with you? You bring a valid photo ID, passport, driver's license, learner's permit, anything with your picture on it that's valid and official, right? How and when will you get your results? Well, essentially, you're going to get them right away. It's all computerized. So when you complete the exam, you're going to hit submit, and it's going to give you your results. It's going to say pass or not pass. So you're going to know right away. If you pass all 4 sections, you're going to get your high school diploma in the mail from Florida State, from the state of Florida. What do you do if you don't pass? Come back to us. Essentially, they're going to give you on your phone, it'll be transmitted to your phone, exactly what you need to focus on and hone in on. We'll help you with that. What happens if you do pass? Come back to us. Either way, come back to us after you take the GED exam, because if you pass, we're going to help you get into college. We're going to make certain you filled out all the financial aid applications, your scholarship applications, and make certain that you take the PERT exam and do whatever you need to do to get over into the college and be prepared. Oh, and we're going to invite you to the graduation ceremony also. Definitely important. You want to come to that. We want to celebrate you. Some more GED questions for you. What testing tips do you have? Well, we have a lot. If you go to the irsc.edu page and type in Assessment Center, you'll see here there are testing procedures, tips of the trade, all listed for you, very detailed and specific. So we encourage you to read that before you go for your GED exam. Some basics for you. Now, what I'm about to tell you might seem a bit restricted, but we want to make certain that there's no cheating going on. We actually don't own the GED exam. Pearson does. It's a vendor, and we actually just offer it. We host the seats for you so that you can come and we can proctor it and make certain there's no cheating going on. And we tell Pearson, yep, it was a valid exam. And then Pearson gives us the results. So you're paying Pearson. It goes all through Pearson. So to make certain it's all official and there's no cheating going on, students may not have any visible jewelry that is larger than the tip of a pinky fingernail. None. You have to do a self-pat down. You have to empty your pockets in front of the tester and turn them inside out. You have to show your ankles. All visible tattoos have to be visually inspected for writing. You may take an unwrapped mint or cough drop. The proctors will provide you a tissue. Nothing that any writing can go on though. No water bottles, nothing like that, unless it's inspected by the test proctor. The test proctor will let you know that. The test proctor can also provide you with earplugs if you'd like them, and then you'll have to turn them in at the end. And the entire room is monitored with cameras the entire time. They're going to make certain that you are fully prepared and know what you need to know to pass this exam. Do know our testers are kind, gentle people. These are requirements to make certain there's no cheating going on. So how do you share your results with IRSC? 3 simple steps, and I'd like you to follow them now with me. Got a pen? You're going to go to GED.com or write it down on your phone or split your screen. Here's how you split your screen too. If you're on a PC or a Windows, grab the title bar of your screen. So you're going to grab the top of it and move it over to the right. I can't do it right now because this is being recorded. But on your screen, if you have a Windows screen, grab the top of the title bar and grab it all the way till the mouse goes off the page, and it'll snap it to the left-hand side of the page. Likewise, when you go out to the internet, you can snap it to the right-hand side. If you're not certain what I'm saying, Google it. It'll show you how to do it. So here's how to share your scores with IRSC. You're going to go to GED.com. So type in GED.com on your URL. And then you're going to set up an account. Now, this is very important. Pull out your driver's license, please. You want to make certain your driver's license matches whatever you're going to feed into here. Because if it doesn't, when you go into that test proctor lab, it's going to be a problem. You're going to have issues. So let's do this now. You're going to put in your email that you know and you're going to remember. You're going to put an email and a password. And when you select the password, it's going to ask you, you're going to need 8 characters. I think you're going to need numbers and letters. Use something that you're going to remember and or write it down so you don't forget. Because again, when you get to the GED exam and go in there for that exam, you're going to need to know all this, okay? Not going tomorrow. You may not be there going for a while. So you need to write it down so you have it for future. Okay, I'll give you a minute. Go ahead. Go to GED.com, put in your email and then a password and write it down. Pause me if you need to. Good. Pause button's over there. Okay, so if you're at this point, I'm assuming you entered in all of your information. If you're still entering it in, make certain you're selecting you're not enrolled in a high school. Although we're considered a high school for this GED purpose, you're saying you're not enrolled in a high school, and it'll give you the option of where you work. Okay, so complete all of that, and when you do complete it, you should see this screen in front of you. And when you're in and see the screen, for example, you'll see your name will be up here. Okay, and when you're in, you're going to see on the top here this tab called My Scores. Underneath that, click on that My Scores, and then underneath that, you're going to see Share Scores with Adult Learner Center. Click on that, please. And then you're going to select Indian River State College. Please make certain there's another Indian River County schools people sometimes get mixed up with. We're Indian River State College. You're enrolled at Indian River State College. Please select that button right there. And then it will show selected. As soon as you've done that, show that to your instructor that you've done that, please, okay? Or whoever set you up with this orientation. Go ahead, do that now. If they're not around, go ahead and print the screen or take a screenshot. There's several different ways to take a screenshot. If you're not certain how, hit the pause button, go out to Google and search how to take a screenshot, and it'll show you. Take a screenshot and show the person who set you up on this orientation. That way we know you've shared your scores with us. The benefit of that for you is that when we see that you've shared your scores, we can keep in contact with you. Maybe we'll send you some scholarship information if we see that you've passed. Maybe we'll send you an invite to our graduation. Share your scores with us. Okay, now we're going to get into College 101. Again, this will be a little bit of time, so if you need to go take a break, go ahead and take it now. I'll wait.